and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. We hope you're wearing the green today on this special presentation of the NBA on St. Patrick's Day. Kevin Harlan here alongside Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Friday, they'll face off against Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for that game against the Timberwolves, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
Now Golden State's starting five. We've got Brandon Bajemski. He's out there with the Anthony Melton. Moses Moody is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Santos in at the 4 slot. And for Boston, down on the block, it's Tatum with Tatum. The guard pair, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the 3. And Greg, we don't expect the pace to be fast tonight. These teams operate in the half court, don't they?
Exactly. There's so much transition offense in this league. It's interesting to watch teams execute in the half court.
On defense, Golden State. Now, Hauser. 5 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. They get the rebound. Here's Kada. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Here's Golden State now. Moody with it. Pass to Melton. Here's Santos. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Bajemski. Now here's Melton. No good on the triple. Outside Tatum. Outside White. Here's Kada. That's in. He found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
That's tipped. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. There's the pick. Up top, Moody. Hauser defending. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Throw good, Moody. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
Warriors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Pass to Green. To the paint. It's stolen by White. And they're running. Moving it up. Kada, the pass to White. And it's Boston with another.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
Here's Bajemski. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Bajemski with it. White covering. And it's Green with the jam.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And White kicks to Brown. They set the pick. Back to White. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Derek White is a legit three-point threat. I don't care where on the floor he is. You better contest.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Jason Tatum here. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. He's getting around 20 points per, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Now, here's Moody. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Podziemski. Over to the wing. Pass to Melton. Shot clock at 5. And the layup is good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Brown against Melton. Fires from deep. And again, Boston with the triple.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Now Podziemski. Still scoreless. Now here's Tatum. Pass to Brown. The Celtics working the ball around now. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
You do not want to give up passing lanes off the screen. How about Jason Tatum with a decisive look there?
Warriors trail by 7. Podziemski with it. Last game he had 10 points. And here's Melton. Green with a screen for Melton. Rebound by the Celtics. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in the Bay Area.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
I think sometimes the bench can make or break you in a particular game, and that was a total team effort, no question.
And a guy who has a quick release and has distance to his shots. Derek White converts his chances.
You know what, Kev? There's so many things to love about Derek White. He's arguably the greatest shot-blocking guard in the league. He has a knack for making big shots, and the thing that maybe is most impressive is he gets past grenades at the end of a shot clock and has the temperament to stand in and deliver.
Celtics leading by 7. Pass to White. Back to Tatum. There's a good screen. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
On the wing, Melton. He's covered by Brown. Melton, no good.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
On the wing, Brown. Back to White. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Here's Melton. Against Washington, he was really on his game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. He's checked in for the Celtics. Now a look at the stats for him.
And right now, he's in one of those grooves where he has a tremendous feel for the game. His assist numbers these past 5 look a lot different than from the rest of the season. And by different, I mean better.
Now, here's Moody. He's covered by Brown. Pass to Pajemski. Rebound, Boston.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Out to White. From past the arc. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Santos, the pass to Moody. Sinks that one from the post. Moody's got 5 points so far. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. 7-point differential. Brown outside. Pass to Tatum. And it's Hauser in the corner. 5 to shoot. White setting the pick for Pritchard. And another basket for Boston.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Santos. Here's Pajemski. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
So it's the Celtics now. They lead by 7. Tatum looking around. Unloads from 13. And it falls over the rim and in.
Jason Tatum's jumper is just so pure. This guy is on point with the midi right now.
And Boston certainly has some of the most knowledgeable sports fans, Doris, in the country.
Kevin, not only knowledgeable, but passionate. And when you think over the 4 major sports in the city and the tradition of success, it is no wonder they are so committed.
Now, here's Tatum. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Phoenix.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Here's Green. Pass to Pajemski. Pocket 6. Shoots over Hauser. Shot by Pajemski, no good.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
White the pass to Hauser. And yes, it's good. And the Celtics lead by 11.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Golden State's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Green with a screen on White. Down low. And it's Green sliding it down.
Boy, how hard is Draymond Green to handle in the pick and roll? And it doesn't matter whether he's the guy handling the basketball or in this instance, he's the guy rolling to the rim.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
And welcome to Center Court, Cetics Entertainment.
Break in the action. Let's show you the teams that have been making their opponents work especially hard over the past 10 games. Third spot, the Celtics.
Well, I just love the tenacity on the defensive end. They have been in lockdown mode.
So it's the Celtics now. 9-point game. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, and that one, unbelievable shooting display, especially from long range. That turned out to be the difference.
Well, and I think what that was a product of was their movement off the basketball. Just tremendous work on the perimeter.
Here's Garza. Porzingis with the block.
7'6" wingspan, sending it back. Kristaps Porzingis with the rejection.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Warriors trail by 9. Pass to Santos. Here's the screen. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Here's a look at some stats for Kristaps Porzingis. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Averaging 17 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And it's nice to be able to bring someone with his defensive skill set off the bench.
I think, in fact, to win a championship, you usually need a guy like this on your roster.
Boston making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. 1:49 left to play in the first. A 3. Counting his second make in 4 attempts.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Warriors trail by 12. Here's Spencer. He had 10 points in the win against the Wizards in Washington. Beaten inside. Tatum on him. Just 5 to shoot. Payton kicks to Richard. Here's Post. And he cans her back. The three-pointer offline.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Here's Spencer. Nothing on the board. Zingas high post. To the wing on the left. Lets the three fly. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics leading by 12. Pass to Pritchard. Inside. Out to Gonzalez. Here's the three. Unable to get that one. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Spencer. From the arc. Rebounded by Tatum. Pritchard passes to Tatum. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. It's the Celtics. They lead by 12. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
We've got Tatum, and it's Garza in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Well, already so accomplished, Doris. Jason Tatum. As you look at the landscape of the Celtics, where is his place in that story?
Well, let's remember, Kevin, that he's still a young player, and so that history is still being written. But the North Star for the Boston Celtics is always championships, and Tatum has proven he can deliver.
Celtics leading by 8. Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Outside Gonzalez. Here's Garza. Post covering. You know, Doris, here's a question for you. Is there a reason why we see so many point guards become head coaches?
I do believe, Kevin, obviously as a point guard, you are responsible on both ends of the floor. On the offense for knowing all of the sets and where every single guy is positionally. On the defensive end, you're the lead communicator. You are at the point of attack. So it makes perfect sense to me that they become head coaches.
First free throw is good. And Dora's a measured pace for the Celtics. No rush, don't turn it over, and then they get what they want.
Well, this is Joe Mazzulla's philosophy in a nutshell. Quality offense begins with taking care of the basketball first. He believes in the math, meaning he believes if you can get a good look at 3, you take it.
And so here is Golden State, trailing by 10. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks. Jason Tatum keeping the main thing the main thing. He said there are players that get caught up in the lifestyle, and they choose that over the game. The money is a plus, yes, but I truly love the game because I love basketball, not for the things that come with it. Back to you.
You'll love to hear it. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Pritchard passes to Tatum. Porzingis with the steal. And here comes the break. Here's Richard. It's deflected. Boston leading by 8. To the middle. Here's Tatum over Porzingis. And gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable, playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
And that one falls for Tatum.
Boy, if you think about everything Jason Tatum does for his team, it's at a high level. And he doesn't ever get the full recognition he deserves. This guy is the very definition of franchise player.
And so Tatum nails them both. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Spencer. And Pritchard pulls it down.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Post finds Payton. Here's Spencer. Here's Richard, and it's blocked. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Here's Gonzalez, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Post. Some nice passing by Golden State. Porzingis passes to Spencer. 6 to shoot. Pulls up. High post. That one goes in. Spencer's got his second bucket of the game to go. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Making some changes. Walsh is checked in. And it's Brown in for Gonzalez. Celtics leading by 10. Outside Tatum. Left side, Brown. Back to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I love when Jason Tatum is aggressive to score the basketball. He does a tremendous job keeping his focus.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
13 foul. At the line, Jason Tatum. At the line with 1 shot.
And that one falls for Tatum. So, Greg, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to creep in some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars.
Now, here's Tatum. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Out to the right wing. Pritchard with a wide-open look. Offline with his three.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Elton kicks to Payton. Pass to Podziemski. Releases from 15. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got 6 rebounds now in the game. A floater. A nice shot by Walsh. Walsh has got his first points of the game.
Sometimes your only option is to go to the floater, and that is money.
Pass to Moody. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jaylen Brown. The Warriors have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
And that one misses. Austin making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. He doesn't get the second one. Celtics leading by 15. White looking around. Pass to Tatum. Feet away. Porzingis with the rebound.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Melton passes to Green. Here's Podziemski. Back to Green. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, Draymond Green is a smart, strong guy who is able to finish through contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for the Warriors, Draymond Green, shooting 1.
Free throw drops for Green.
I don't think you can help but admire what Draymond Green brings to the floor on a night-by-night basis. This guy plays with a giant chip, and he wants his teammates to come with him.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 10. Oh, Tatum won't be denied.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
bench here. Kate is checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Santos is checked in. Green passes to Santos. And here is Green. Now Melton. Pass to Moody. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Santos. Guarded by Tatum. Bucket is good. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's Brown. Coming in off a 41-point performance last game out. To the inside. And stolen by Melton. Pass to Santos. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams have been the best in the rebounding department since the All-Star break. The Celtics second.
I mean, they just out-muscled their opponents under the glass. I mean, impressive rebounding numbers, and they've really only gotten better.
Celtics leading by 12. Now here's Tatum. 12 points for him. It's White on the wing. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Podziemski. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Wasted no time on that one. Santos has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, Green can operate as a point forward. This guy is exceptional at breaking down the defenses. His instincts are absolutely phenomenal.
Now here's White. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Phoenix. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Tatum no good on the free throw.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Pass to Green. Now Podziemski. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Podziemski's got 5 points so far.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Pritchard, he's checked in for Boston. Green finds Melton. Back to Green. Fires the 3. Rebound Boston. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Inside. Here's Hauser. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Warriors trail by 11. Melton with the ball. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting for Golden State, DeAnthony Melton, 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Melton.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Melton hits them both. Well, Doris, clearly the NBA award voting is an imperfect process and is often the cause of some intense debate.
Just look at the most valuable player debate over the last 5 or 6 seasons. You've had guys neck and neck for maybe the most prestigious award in the league. And one of the things that frustrates me, Kevin, is when a player has won multiple MVP and voter fatigue comes into place. It drives me nuts.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Kevin, back to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Here's Hauser. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. There's Brown with the three. Draymond Green grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Santos, the pass to Melton. Green with a screen for Melton. Pass to Green. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
Assisted, D'Anthony Melton.
.141 left in the first half of basketball. Outside, White. Back to Pritchard. Outside, White. Here's the screen to the middle. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The pass break chance. Ripped away. Here's Brown. Brown gets it done inside.
Boy, the quickness of Jaylen Brown on the drive. He makes it happen in an instant.
.105 left now here in the second. Pass to Melton. Back to Podziemski. Outside, Green. The shot. It's hauled in by Brown. Celtics leading by 9. Now Pritchard. Brown feeling it out a bit to the paint. Deflects the pass. Here's Podziemski. 5 points in the game. Here's Green. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
How good is Green at drawing solid contact? He plays with a ton of heart. He's really good at making the defense commit.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
Draymond Green at the line for 1.
That's good from Green. 27 seconds left to play here in the half. Pritchard passes to Queta. Here's Pritchard. White setting the pick for Pritchard. Pass to Brown. Takes a 3. Cash money. Brown with the tray.
You simply must stay attached to Jaylen Brown in a catch-and-shoot situation so dangerous.
Here's Melton. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. What a performance from Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Celtics. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Alongside Coach Joe Mazzulla, Coach, your group seems to be controlling the pace of this game. What have you seen in that regard?
We were able to have active hands and turn them over a little bit and get out in transition and run. And so we just have to do a good job of getting to our spacing on offense, getting great looks, and then get back and get our defense set.
Job well done so far. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you. And folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
For that game against the Pistons, this one should be a great test for them, a benchmark for how they stack up against the rest of the league. I want to see if they're up for the challenge, maybe even pull off the upset.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a rocky start for Golden State.
They haven't been close with some of these threes. Does the rim look like it's moving to them? I mean, seriously. It looks like it's multiple rims out there.
Aim for the middle one. At least that's what I've been told. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. A fantastic game from Draymond Green in this one.
What a menace he was on defense through the first two quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. 9-point game. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. DeAnthony Melton out there with Pajemski. Then there's Moody. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Santos in at the power forward position. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Pajemski. Rebounded by the Celtics. Kata's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Hauser. Off target from outside. Warriors trail by 9. Melton with the ball. He's picked up by White. White against Melton. Pass to Green. Lets it go from 14. Misses. 4th time against 7 makes for this game. Right side Tatum. This one for 3. And Santos pulls it down. Tatum's got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. Crosses over. In the corner, it's Melton. Now Hauser wants to get it to Tatum and does. Here's Brown. Out to White. Brown outside. Pass to Hauser. Shoots over Pajemski. And the basket by Hauser. Hauser's got the first basket of the third quarter for Boston. Now here's Green. Goes up to the stripe. And the Warriors miss again.
This is what frustrates coaches. You come out of the half and you miss your first 3 shots.
Hauser the pass to White. Here's Kata. Outside Tatum. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Tatum's got 16.
Now, this is one of the best scorers in the game today. Jason Tatum, we're getting used to performances like this.
Now, here's Moody. Hauser defending. Pass to Pajemski. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
3 points.
Green's got 3 assists tonight. Outside Tatum. Goes up at the stripe. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Down low. And it's sent back by White.
You talk about protecting the basket. Derek White with the big-time swat at the rim.
In the corner. Tatum with it. Tatum gets it to go inside.
Coming off a big game, his confidence confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
Tremendous role since the All-Star break, and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And you noted it, his points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. To the paint. Green finds Pajemski. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on White. The Warriors have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
Shooting for Golden State, Pajemski taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Out to the right wing. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brown the pass to Queta. It's stolen by Green. Melton feeling it out a bit. Pass to Green. Now Pajemski. Clock at 6. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
White finds Brown. Tatum with a screen on Green. Outside Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got 21 in the game.
You have got to be in Tatum's space. This guy is such a terrific range shooter.
Warriors trail by 14. And here is Moody. He has 5. Pass to Melton. And here is Moody. Hauser defending. Green with a screen on White. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Boston leading by 14. Pass to Queta. Now Brown. Here's Queta, guarded by Green. It's stolen by Green. And they're moving it up. And here they go. Goes up. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
And so White will bring it up for Boston. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Outside Tatum. 5 on the clock. Draymond Green pulls it in. Warriors trail by 12. Pass to Melton. Now Pajemski. They set the pick. And the layup falls. Pajemski's got 11 points.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
Over in the corner, Brown. Back to Hauser. With the shot. The kick out to Tatum. Launches it. Tatum from 3.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Warriors trail by 13. Pass to Melton. Back to Pajemski. Green with a screen on White. On the wing, Green. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. He's got 18.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Celtics leading by 11. Now here's Brown. 8 points for him. Pulls it up. Green with the rebound. Green's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. No doubt Jaylen Brown is one of the most gifted isolation scorers in the league right now, Doris.
He is one of those guys, Kevin, that you do not want to be defending on an island. Jaylen Brown is an elite athlete, but he is also a 3-level scorer, which makes him almost impossible to handle.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Celtics?
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And the first one drops. And some changes here for the Celtics. Garza's checked in, and it's Pritchard in for Sam Hauser. The Warriors also with a sub. Porzingis, he's checked in for DeAnthony Melton. Pajemski hits them both.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Pass to White. Brown outside. Four on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Back to White. 3-pointer. Porzingis with the rebound. Warriors trail by 9. Here's Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, make no mistake, Draymond Green will bully you on the interior if you allow it. You've got to make sure he doesn't force the issue.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. The first one falls. Celtics making a switch here. Shireman's checked in. DeAnthony Melton. He's checked in for the Warriors. And both free throws good for Green. Celtics leading by 7. Brown with it. 8 points for him. They get it back.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Easy money for Kristaps Porzingis. That's 7-3 we're talking about.
And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's White. That one's off, still out of sync. Warriors trail by 5. Here's Melton. Pass to Santos. For 3. Shot clock at 5. Here's Porzingis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Doris, you mentioned that you value the way Porzingis is able to neutralize shot blockers.
There is value to a big who can step away into the three-point line and stretch your defense to a place you are uncomfortable with. And then on the other end of the floor, this guy provides elite rim protection and rebounding. You have to respect the two-way ability of Kristaps Porzingis.
And the first one at the line is good.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Walsh is checked in, and it's Gonzalez in for White. So he gets them both.
Well, this guy's so crafty. Once he catches the defender a little bit out of position, it's a very good bet he's going to get some free throws.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Here's Spencer. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking.
Here's Santos. 5 to shoot. Here's Richard. Banked in off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. The Warriors, number 1.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
The Celtics with the lead. Here's Shireman. And Peyton sends it back. Here's Garza, headed by Porzingis. They could use a bucket. Connects. The jumper drops. Pritchard's got his second basket of the game.
pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Porzingis passes to Spencer. Back to Porzingis. And Porzingis throws it down hard.
Don't sleep on his athleticism now. Porzingis plays well above the rim.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. And so it's Boston with it. 1:12 left in the third quarter of the game. Now Pritchard. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game, off on the layup. Santos, the pass to Spencer. Pass to Porzingis. For the lead. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
For Kristaps Porzingis, we know this guy has all-star level talent. For him, it's about staying healthy. At 7'3", if he's able to stay away from injuries, this guy is a big-time threat.
That free throw, no good.
I think what really pops about Kristaps Porzingis is 7'3", yes, but it's the sweet shooting stroke and the deep range. But let's not forget, when this guy came in the league, he was an absolute force as a shot blocker.
The Warriors making a switch here. Podziemski's checked in, and it's tied up with that one.
Boy, the missed free throw there keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
There's 37 seconds left in the third. Pritchard passes to Gonzalez. 6 to shoot. Shoots the 3. The rebound by Payton. And so Payton will bring it up for Golden State. Podziemski with it. He's got 13. Porzingis. No good on the last second attempt there. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Quick shot, it's a good shot if you're hot, but we got to execute against these guys because a quick shot or a turnover turns into a 3 at the other end, right? So let's just discern the difference between a great shot and a decent one.
LGA is something you hear coaches talk about often. Wanting his guys to take high percentage shots.
A smart perspective. It's important that teams concentrate on taking the best shots possible.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Payton Pritchard, and it's Gonzalez in it for small forward. X is in the game for the Celtics. And here's Porzingis. Pass to Spencer. Here's Podziemski. Porzingis with a screen on Tatum. To take the lead. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Gonzalez passes to Tatum. Here's Shireman. No good on the 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Spencer. He's covered by Pritchard. Pass to Porzingis. The baseline J. No good. Shot missing. Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Tatum gets the bucket.
Well, size and skill. Tatum on the interior. Yes, sir.
And so it's Golden State with it, trailing by 2. Inside, here's Richard, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Richard with the ball. He's defended by Pajemski. Drives to the hoop. Richard gets the bucket. And the Cetics lead by 2.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And it's the Warriors with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. Porzingis passes to Spencer. Here's Pajemski. He's covered by Pritchard. To take the lead. Shot by Pajemski, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Pass to Garza. Now Tatum, defended by Payton. Tatum against Payton. Tatum's shot is off. The Warriors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And it's Pajemski in the corner. Out to Payton. The tray. And Pritchard pulls it down. Pritchard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Back to Gonzalez. Tatum on the wing. From outside the arc. Shireman can't hit.
I'll tell you, this is not a game he'll want to individually remember, but they are positioned to close this thing out.
Here's Pajemski. Pass to Spencer. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Pritchard. Here's Garza. Outside Gonzalez. Here's Garza. He's defended by Pajemski.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Here's Payton. And it's all evened up.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. Coach asked his team, can anyone knock down a 3? Reminding them three-point shooting will open up the floor, make things easier in the half-court offense. Everyone loves making threes. Missing? Not so much. Guys?
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Golden State on D. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Tatum. Pass to Hauser. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tatum with a screen on Melton. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up and do something. And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
Now, here's Brown. Tatum at the elbow. The 19-foot shot. Asher finds Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. To the right side. Here's Santos. Takes it off the glass. Santos has got the lead up to 4 now for the Warriors.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Coaches call that doing your work early. If you are there defensively, it really does not allow for him to establish that kind of excellent positioning down low.
Here's Pajemski. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Over in the corner, Green. Back to Pajemski. Green, the screen. Pass to Moody. From downtown, some solid defense from Brown. Austin is on ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Back to Tatum. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Tatum's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
Oh, another huge night for Tatum. One of the top scorers in the NBA. Jason beats you in so many different ways.
Now, here's Moody. Pass to Santos. Now, Pajemski. Green with a screen on Pritchard. Pajemski off target with his three.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Now, here's Tatum. He's guarded by Melton. White, wide open. He fights. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 4 assists in the game. Pass to Santos. Back to Pajemski. And they get it. Rebounded by Hauser. Hauser's got his 4th rebound in this one. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Austin making a switch here. Kate is checked in.
Line, Jason Tatum at the line, shooting 1.
And that one falls for Tatum.
What impresses me about Jason Tatum are his work habits, his commitment in the offseason to adding something else to his arsenal. We know he can play high-level basketball on both ends. The sky is the limit.
Pajemski with it, light covering. Here's Melton. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Now, here's Tatum. Through contact, Tatum.
Really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Pajemski. Green with a screen on White. Here's Pajemski. And here's Green outside. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Tatum dishes to White. Now Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Now here's Tatum. Puts up the three. It's off. Now Green. And there's the drive. On the wing, Melton. Light covering. Green. Strong move off the glass.
And providing the support, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by Boston.
Outside, White. Launches it. Not gonna go. Warriors trail by 6. That one fall.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
Here's Boston now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Melton against Brown. Here's Tatum. At 2, puts it up from 17. That does not go.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. He's got to work for better looks.
Melton against White. Takes the 3. No good.
Boy, when you're trying to make up ground, every shot counts. You have got to be selective.
Tatum. And the 3 misses. The Warriors shooting the ball at 42%. Bajemski with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Now here's Melton. Green with a screen on White. Green outside. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the 3.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
Now here's Tatum. And he banks the layup in.
The very definition of their go-to player. Mr. Tatum, ball in your hands, yes, sir.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Against Melton. And it's blocked by Brown.
Oh, the big time block from Jaylen Brown. You can see defensively he is elite.
Yeah, that's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
Third team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Derek White. At the line for 2 shots.
2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Timeout called the Warriors. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
No time to waste here. Quick bucket and a foul.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Third personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Jaylen Brown. At the line for 2 shots.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That's what you call clutch free throws, and he shuts the door on this basketball game. Great job.
Puts it up. And it's off.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
So we see Boston get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Jason, with you guys being such a young team, how do you continue to improve to reach your potential?
We got to watch film. I mean, we did a lot of good things today. So a lot of things we could have done better. And we just got to be focused, composed, play with a lot of poise, and we'll be fine.
Poise normally comes with experience, but because you're so young, you're finding it early. Congrats.
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.